What's up everybody? So in today's video we're going to be building a budget PC for under $1,000. It's going to be great for whether you're going to be gaming, content creation, or definitely just surfing the web. Alright, so before we go ahead and go looking at the parts, there is one rule I did set for myself on this build. I wanted to make it upgradable, or as some would say, future-proof. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the parts that I chose for this build.
Alright, and so the motherboard I decided to go with is the Asus ROG Strix X470F. This board is compatible with all of your 2nd gen Ryzen chips out there out of the box, so of course no need to do any BIOS updating with this board. It's also overclockable, so if you have any of the Ryzen X chips, you'll be able to overclock those, as well as your RAM chip. And this has all of your standard I/O. For very specific information on this board, I'll have the link down below for you in this video. The RAM I decided to go with in this build is Corsair's Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4. This is a 16GB kit, so that's going to be your standard 2 8GB sticks. I'm going to be running these in dual channel at 3000 megahertz. Processor I decided to go with is the Ryzen 7 2700X, and so this processor has 8 cores and 16 threads. Its base clock is 3.7 and it can be boosted up to 4.3. It has a 20 megabyte cache, and the TDP on this processor is 105 watts. Alright, so the power supply I decided to go with is the Corsair's CX750 80 Plus Bronze power supply. This is going to have plenty of power to run this build and also any upgrades in the future. Alright, for storage I went with this Kingston 120GB SSD I had on hand. It's not one of the newest model ones out there, so it's not going to be as fast as some of the newest ones you can get, but it's going to be plenty for right now. You know, like I was saying at the beginning of this is going to be an upgradable PC, and so that's one of the aspects that we can do that in, is upgrading the SSD. Alright, so for the graphics card I went with this 4GB RX 570. It's the ROG Strix edition, so it's overclockable. It compares right in line with the 1050 Ti, just a hair above it. So for the price range that we went with for this specific build, it's going to be able to handle itself against the 1050 Ti. This is also one of those aspects that we can upgrade later, is the graphics card. Alright, and so the case I went with for this build is the AeroCool Cylone RGB Mid Tower. This has plenty of room for this build. It doesn't have as much airflow I was like, but it does fit the part with the look I was going for. So in conclusion, this build can play almost any current AAA game out there with the current GPU. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I wanted to make this system upgradable. So at this point with the current setup, all I would have to do is add in a better GPU to get better performance out of a graphics card. This CPU can definitely handle anything we can throw at it with current games out there. What did you like about this build? Leave a comment below of what you thought about it, as well as any equipment you would have changed out or equipment you would have used in this build. Keep an eye out for more videos. If you like this video, mash that like button. If you dislike it, I guess you could hit that dislike button. But please remember to hit that subscribe button.